Everybody checking in on Saturday afternoon. The 49ers just released their official injury report for their Week 17 game against the Detroit Lions. And as expected, that offensive line is going to be shorthanded with Spencer Burford ruled out for this game. Aaron Banks will be going on injured reserve. He's also been ruled out. And Colton McKivitz with the knee injury is listed as questionable. We'll get through all of that and also talk about some fines. But first, this video is brought to you by Canyon Club Brewery in Moraga, California. It's right down the street from where I live, and it's one of my go-to spots with that wide variety of beer, wide variety of menu items. So check it out next time you're in Moraga, or if you don't make it to Moraga, well, just hold your horses because it's coming soon to the Livery in Danville, Canyon Club Brewery. Okay, so here's the injury report. Spencer Burford out for this game with a calf injury. Aaron Banks out with the knee injury. Dre Greenlaw out with his calf, and they've decided to shut him down for the final two games. Robert Beal, the defensive end, is out for this game with an ankle injury. As far as the questionables, and here's one right here. Charvarius Ward. It's possible that we've seen Charvarius Ward play his final game for the 49ers. He's listed as questionable due to a personal situation. Kyle Shanahan was very clear that it's a positive personal situation, but he hasn't been told by Charvarius it's okay to release whatever that information is. And I, on background, know that it's very positive, but would not be surprised if Charvarius is not on the field for the 49ers on Monday night against the Detroit Lions. Also listed as questionable for this game, safety Jair Brown with an ankle injury. I mentioned McKivitz with a knee, and also Tatum Bethune with a knee. Look for Tatum Bethune to be bumped up to the 53-man roster on Monday with Banks going on IR. So that's where the 49ers are right now. And as I've mentioned, it's not out of the realm of possibility that this could be the 49ers starting offensive line. I think that with Burford out, I think Charlie Heck takes over at left tackle. He just came to the team this week. I think he'll be in the starting lineup on Monday night. Nick Zakelj will be at left guard. And then at right tackle with Colton McKivitz iffy, that could be Austin Pleasance. So Jake Brendel and Dominic Pooney, the only regulars on the 49ers offensive line that you can expect 100% sure to be out there against the Detroit Lions on Monday night. A couple of items from the Miami Dolphins game, Week 16 in Miami. As you know, the 49ers were penalized heavily in that game, 11 times for 90 yards. And they had 3 unnecessary roughness penalties in the second half of that game that proved very costly. One on Jordan Elliott, one on Talanoa Hufanga, and one on Diamador Lenore. Well, the NFL released their fines for the Week 16 games, and none of those 3 unnecessary roughness penalties were fined. However, the 49ers had 3 players fined for illegal plays in that game, none of which were penalized. So instead of 11 penalties for 90 yards, they could have easily had 100 or 14 penalties for 100 and let's do the quick math here, 125, 135 yards, because it would have been 15-yard penalties. Fred Warner was called for a hip drop tackle, and that's the second time he's been fined this season. That's $16,000, $16,883. Jordan Elliott wasn't fined for the unnecessary roughness, but was fined $11,774 for a hip drop tackle. Hip drop tackle is defined as when a defender grabs the ball carrier around the waist and then just drops his weight down, and then the ball carrier's lower leg gets kind of tied up underneath that. So the NFL has tried to crack down on the hip drop tackle, making it illegal. The officials missed the calls on Sunday, but the 49ers are fined for that. Those 2 49er players, Warner and Elliott, fined for that a few days later. First time, by the way, the 49ers have been called for that hip drop tackle all season long. Also, another interesting fine came from running back Patrick Taylor for a low block, and that came on a play where Purdy threw a 2-yard touchdown pass to Eric Saubert. So that could have been nullified, that touchdown, but it wasn't called. However, Patrick Taylor fined $5,800 for that low block on blitz pickup. And then one fine for the Dolphins. Javon Holland was fined $11,817 for while he was in pursuit. It was a dump off pass, screen pass to Kyle Juszczyk, who ended up gaining 20 yards on that play. Holland came in and just kind of along the line, he wasn't going for Juszczyk. He just dove at Jake Brendel's knees. And so that wasn't called a penalty on the field either, but he was fined nearly $12,000 for that. Okay, so that is the roundup of the 49ers injury report, very shorthanded going into this game against the Lions, and also the fine situation. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And that is it for now.